There is a new discovery I made in one of my artworks, the Universe Mandala. Now this one took 6 months, about 5 years ago now, and I'm still discovering new things. And so a couple years after completing it, I saw that there is an elephant under here. This eye forms kind of an elephant, almost like the Hindu Jainism kind of things. You can really see that. It almost looks like his tusks or his trunk is holding up the world, which is interesting because usually they say the world is on the elephant's backs or something like that, but this one has it in its tusk and its trunk, which I thought was awesome. But then recently I took another look at that eye, and I think I may have come across this at some point, but take a look at as the face of a god of some sort, with its eye, its nose, its mouth, all kind of basically as if like its face, its nose face part is underwater. Can you see it? So there is the eye, his nose, mouth, chin, and it goes down like that. And now it totally looks like a face, like a human face, part of its nose and mouth in the water, the rest of it basking in the ether, basically taking a breath from our ocean. Very interesting. Thought you all might like that random little thing. You never know what you'll find in my art. Even me, the artist, there's a lot of subconscious that goes into it, so I never really know what's going to come up. All kinds of things, interesting things sometimes appear after and without my intention. That's just the power and miracle of the art. So bless you all. Support your local artists. Support us if you can. Have a great one. So that was me talking a little bit about it at the gallery at Patriots Place in Foxborough shortly after I made the discovery. And you never really know when these things are going to happen. I don't understand the magic that goes into the subconscious. I gave a couple glimpses and a couple ideas, but I don't really know where this force is. It's similar to a dream that you know will happen, and then sometimes years later it will manifest, or something will trigger it again, and you'll be like, wow, if I never had that dream 10 years ago, 20 years ago, this wouldn't make sense. And it's stuff like that. If I never did that drawing, like that's several different parts of that drawing wrapped into one, so that's multiple different days, multiple different sessions. I definitely did not intend for that face to occur in the way it almost occurs, as you'll see as it expands out. And this is just new discoveries. I did not intend for this. Again, when I drew this about 6 years ago, 7 years ago maybe. But if you look at it, you can gradually start to see it. It almost looks like a guy looking down, looking into the center basically, and he's holding the earth. Like his arm, his shoulder, his neck goes down into that deep space section, and then his arm at the bottom, the moon, his elbow joint basically, is extending out, and his arm, his bicep, the DNA, is basically the sun. His hand, his fist, or he's like stopping something, or he's holding something, or he's grasping something. And what do these mean? I always have a really curious thought as to what these mean. What kind of divine power is almost guiding the subconscious during these times? When you tap into art, you really do tap into something excellent if you're willing and open to try and receive that kind of stuff. And I definitely am. And I really can. Now once you see it, you really can't unsee it. It's like a lot of those different illusions. Like I have an animal drawing that you'll see at the very end of this video, where once you see the map, you can't unsee it, but it takes a while to see it at first. And what is there a name for that kind of phenomenon with art and illusions? And since this whole reality is an illusion, what does this all have to say? What are these glimpses of? What am I tapping into here some of the times? Like I once did a drawing of the North constellations, and I took a photo of it, and when you take photos, the camera lens, the mechanical lens will focus on different sections that you wouldn't normally focus on. And so I saw the word help come out once, and it's like, what? Where? Who guides this stuff? There's a magical power to art. That's what will keep me doing it for eternity. But let me know if you have any other comments. If you see it, you can't unsee it. If you have any thoughts on what that might be, that God, give it a name maybe. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And definitely let me know what you see, because that is also very important. Like during subconscious art, when it's viewed, every single person, it really taps into them in a unique way that helps them really look into themselves and the world around them. I really do believe that. It's kind of like a universal chaos almost that that people can really tap into if they're open to it. And really, even if you're not, you can just, like a Rorschach, you see what you need to see at every point in time. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. That's the beauty and miracle of art, and that is why art is absolutely essential. Even before COVID ruined all of commerce, the art gallery industry and kind of world is almost kind of fading away, and it's becoming something that people can't really afford. In this place at Patriots Place, this gallery, which is great, with a lot of my friends' art, a lot of great other artists around, so many different kinds of art. I really recommend anyone that's in Foxborough come by. But, you know, places like this are struggling. We are fortunate to have Bob Kraft donate the space, which is an unbelievable gift. I will always have very much respect for him for this cause alone, which he does very well to help support the arts, the local arts. And you know, there's just so much art, and you know, people have belittled art and more over time as the cell phones just kind of cheapen the imagery that we see, really, and that people can think that it really just has devalued art in some degree, where the power of the original is kind of lost, and the power of the original is something really magnificent in the art world. It's something also unexplainable. Creative people pour energy into objects and kind of give them an intrinsic or just metaphysical power, resonance about them, and it's unbelievable. It's great to keep. They're little treasures that go on forever, and they are essential. I really do believe art, a world without art is, you get like 1984 Brave New World style stuff where it's not good. The magic is just gone, and it can't be the case. We can't let that happen, and we can't let Amazon really destroy commerce. We just really can't as a people, and I hope we don't. So support your local artists. Come by us at Patriots Place anytime. Contact me if you want to come by. I'll give you a personal tour. I'm there whenever you want. Bless you all.